The Holocaust began in 1933 when a man by the name of Adolf Hitler came to power in Germany. Basically, the Holocaust can be described in three different stages: expulsion from society, ghettoization, and deportation and murder. The first stage of separating Jewish people from society really began with the boycotting of Jewish businesses in April of 1933. From there came the Nuremberg Laws. In a nutshell, these laws excluded the Jewish people from public life and even prohibited marriage between Germans and Jewish people. In 1935, many Jewish people were forced to immigrate due to their loss of full citizenship in 1935. After this, the Jews were continually being crammed into a box. They weren't allowed to go to certain parks, they couldn't have government jobs, they had to register their property, and were even prohibited from seeing doctors that weren't Jewish. After World War II started in 1939, Jewish people were cast out even further by being forced to wear a yellow Star of David on their clothing. Then Phase 2 began to kick in after the beginning of World War II, in the form of ghettos. From these ghettos, Nazis could order deportations, and in some of the larger ghettos, the deportations could get up to nearly 1,000 people per day. To be deported, they were told that they were being sent to a different location for work, and then they were piled up into trains and sent to concentration camps or death camps. Eventually, Nazis would end the ghetto by liquidation. On April 13, 1943, Nazis attempted to liquidate the Warsaw Ghetto. However, the remaining Jews fought back in what is now known as the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. Here, Jewish resistance fighters fought out and endured the entire Nazi regime for 28 days. That's longer than most European countries have been able to withstand the Nazis. Phase 3 starts with the camps. Most everyone has heard of concentration camps, but the Nazis also had extermination camps, labor camps, transit camps, and prisoner of war camps. In concentration camps, life for prisoners was horrible. They were forced to do backbreaking labor and even limited to small rations. In these camps, they slept 3 or more people per bunk, which didn't have any mattresses or pillows. Here the torture was common and the deaths were frequent. Sometimes, Nazi doctors even performed medical experiments on the prisoners against their will. As if the working and starving on a concentration camp wasn't bad enough, extermination camps, which are commonly known as death camps, are much worse. Here there was no life at all. They were created for the sole purpose of killing large groups in a quick and efficient manner. When prisoners were taken to death camps, they were simply told to undress for a shower and then herded into a gas chamber to be killed. Auschwitz was the largest death camp, and there alone, 1.1 million people were killed. Although Nazis were most commonly known to have murdered Jewish people, they also targeted gypsies, gay people, Jehovah's Witnesses, twins, and the disabled. As a total, an estimated 11 million people were killed in the Holocaust, 6 million of which were Jewish, 1.1 million of which were children. This means that out of all the victims killed, nearly 55% of them were Jewish. That is 2/3 of all the Jewish people that lived in Europe. The Holocaust finally came to an end in 1945 when the Nazis were defeated by Allied powers.